NAMM 2019, Reverb here at the Gibson booth with the new main man JC, new CEO of Gibson. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing awesome, man. Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of buzz around this, a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
Can you talk about coming in to this obviously this legacy company?
Yeah, I mean, I was at Levi's before, so I mean, I know iconic American brands, and this is just one of those amazing brands. I'm a musician myself, and when I saw the opportunity to sort of bring in what I've done sort of professionally, but also my personal passion, and bring it together, what better place to do it than Gibson? And that was 3 months ago, and hopefully you can see we've put a little energy back into Gibson through coming up with compelling and relevant product, when we're connecting with people in ways that they haven't been connected with in a long time. And I think Gibson deserves the best, but more importantly, musicians deserve the best from Gibson.
And yeah, there has been a great response with some stuff that's coming out now, the vintage spec stuff. And can you talk about the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, I think what happened to Gibson along the journey, somewhere like when you call something a classic and it ceased to become a classic, it can't be a classic anymore. So we just completely cleaned it up. So if we call something classic, make it true to its DNA, go back to that historic spec that basically the guitar aficionado expects from Gibson. So we did that, so our classics are now true classics, and you can check them out. And then at the same time, we realized that there's a contemporary guitar that maybe we pushed the envelope a little far on innovation, so we tweaked back a few things and said, what truly is the modern contemporary guitarist looking for, and let's give them only what they want. And so that classic and contemporary line, I think we're coming out with the strongest balance we've ever had, and at the same time, check out Custom Shop, we've done some amazing things, and then on our acoustics, we're launching a few new products too.
Let's talk about the vision for the future of Gibson.
Sure. So, I mean, the vision's pretty simple. If you look back in history, Gibson has been synonymous with shaping and delivering and creating and kind of owning sound for about 125 years across every generation, every genre, every gender. So the mission going forward is how do we continue to create, deliver, and shape and own that sound for the next generation of musicians. And so we're going to set those conditions for success. And the vision is simple. It's all about we want to continue to be the most relevant. We want to be the most played, and we want to be the most loved guitar brand again. And so we were that. Let's bring it back. And if this energy in the last few days, let alone few months, is an indicator of the future, we're starting to see that vision can become a reality.
It's amazing. It sounds inclusive and innovative at the same time. Maybe a rare combination.
Exactly, but I think it's true to the Gibson DNA. I mean, we've always been pushing the envelope, but sometimes when you push things too far, you have to back off. And it's common knowledge. We went through that obstacle course last year, but boy, man, we learned a ton, and then now we're pivoting from being in the obstacle course of the past to the opportunity course of the future. And everyone's excited. I've talked to our artists, I've talked to our own team and our own guitar and our luthiers, and everyone's excited to sort of figure out the future together, and at the same time, remember where we came from.
That's amazing. Okay, so when you came in, was there one Gibson guitar that you thought, okay, I'm gonna get me one of those right away?
I got to be honest. I've had Gibson, so I've got a Les Paul, I've got a J45. I'll tell you what I was more excited about. I was more excited about introducing Gibson to my family.
Okay.
So when I showed up at Levi's 7 years ago, they're like, Dad, really, Levi's? And now Levi's is absolutely one of the leading lifestyle brands, again, as it deserves to be.
Totally.
And so I'm more excited. My kids are like, Dad, Gibson, okay, you got a Gibson, but what is it? And so for Christmas, all the Curleigh family got new Gibsons, and now we're playing them. We're the family band again.
Yes.
And just watching the excitement of my son, Zan, who's a musician, and he says, Dad, I can hear the difference. I can feel the difference. And of course, he's dropping that J200 and the J45. I never had that as a 16-year-old. So one of the most exciting things is watching that moment, but also of more excitement for me professionally is seeing the pride that the team has again.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man.
You get to be the CEO of Gibson and the leader of the new family band as well.
You know what? And as the Beatles and Joe Cocker said, we get by with a little help from our friends, and we got a lot of friends that are rooting for us. So Appreciate it, man.
It's good to be friends.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks.